Can I pull you for a chat?
Okay, so we have to talk about Love Island
Yes.
and this Huda
Y'all
and
see our
Chris
water bottles? You
situation.
know where stands. Okay?
Stands. What do
We
you
will be exchanging
guys?
that for the wine.
Okay, so Huda and Chris. If
Okay.
self-sabotage had a face.
Girl, it'd be that moment where Chris was literally just breathing and Huda decided to spiral and crash out. We know she's a crash out queen.
Honestly, it did hit a little too close to home.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Huda was self-sabotaging from the beginning. I
From the
feel like the
beginning,
entire journey she
girl.
had was like she just self sabotaged the entire time. I was like, how do we lose a guy in 10 days or 10 hours?
That
Like,
was a,
she,
that was a great movie, by the
great
way.
movie, great
A
movie.
great movie. Yeah, it's like how many of us ruin something good because we don't feel good enough,
Right.
you know? And yeah, today we're going to be talking about how insecurity can make you self-sabotage. Even when things are fine, even when things are good, especially when things are good.
And just like a self disclosure, if you guys have not caught up or have watched Love Island, no worries. Just understand that Huda, is it Huda or Huda?
I
It's
know. I
Huda.
want to say Huda
So bad.
so
So
bad
bad.
when I talk about her. It's like I have to like mentally prepare to say her name. I have to like mentally tell my brain it's
Right.
Huda, not
For
Huda.
sure.
But you know that's a different conversation. But
No, but if you guys have not caught up,
mhm.
just know that Huda has been self-sabotaging from the beginning. And we love Huda. We love you. We stand for you. You are actually at times, one of our favorites.
Fave. I don't know. Fave
At
might be
times.
reach. You know, she has her, like
She
you
has
said,
her
she has her
moments.
moments where
I
I'm
love
like,
her. I love
okay,
Huda.
I can get behind this,
I
you
love
know.
Huda.
Um, so yeah,
Okay, so self-sabotaging, what does it look like,
so
right?
many of us do it.
All
My
the
God,
time. Like when you
today.
really dive into it, it's like it's cringe. Like it's so shameful.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about some of the the ways it presents.
Mm-hmm.
So assuming that they'll leave and like beating them to it.
Yeah, that's definitely a tall tale sign. A tall tale sign? A
Telltale.
telltale.
A telltale.
I know I didn't say that right. And you know what? The show must go
The
on.
show
I
must
don't
go
care.
on. And let's
Um,
go.
yeah, that's definitely a sign that you are in the midst of self-sabotage. It's kind of like your brain says, like, this is too healthy, abort, like we
Oh
must
yeah.
destroy it immediately. You're right.
Right, but no, I
Right.
am one that would definitely like rather it be on my own terms because
Mm-hmm.
you can control that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um, and I think another way is like just picking fights to test like the other
Mm.
person's love. Like it's almost like validating your worth with them. And I am have been in my past guilty of that. Like kind of like, and I would deny it. Like you couldn't tell me that's what I was trying to do.
I don't think I've ever said that out loud. I don't think
Right.
I've ever said out loud that that was my intentions for doing it when I was doing it.
Right.
I think in the moment I didn't know it was
Tooth and
self-sabotaging,
nail
but yeah, it's
fighting.
kind of
Like,
like
no,
a
I
proof,
wasn't.
right? It's kind of like a proof to me I'm lovable
Right.
even when I'm difficult
Right.
type of energy. Um, and it's almost kind of like all right, let me do everything that I can to push you away, but like,
And
will
then
you
prove
still choose
yourself.
me? Yeah, yeah, and then prove yourself.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And even with Love Island and Huda, like that last episode, spoiler alert,
Mm-hmm.
like when she, I think Chris was like, um, I'm pretty checked out. And she was like, all right, well, that are you checked out? Like, you're done with us? And he was like, chill.
Mm,
Like, no, 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 no. Like, chill out.
yeah, yeah.
And it was like, let me know when I'm ready, because like I want it to be on my terms, and like if
Hmm.
not, prove to me, like, prove to
Yeah,
me
I feel like
that.
she was definitely like fishing for like with her reaction, she was like,
But is that the same thing, or is it like who's gonna like kind of like testing you, like,
I
like
don't
a
know, I
game
kind
of
of
chicken, like, oh, you're done.
kind of sort of, but I also feel like she wanted him to be like, "Hey, no,
Right.
I'm not checked out," or like, I still like you," or I'm still like she wanted that reassurance.
Because
And I
she did
think
walk away. Remember?
yeah, but
She
I
did walk
think
away
it's
that.
all like an act with her. I think it's all an act. I honestly think that she has a hard time, like she needs to constantly be reassured with
I
things.
can see that.
And she when she doesn't feel like she's reassured, I feel like she creates these scenarios where she kind of forces the other person to like I don't know.
It's
Do you
like,
not feel like that with
no,
her?
I completely do. And that's why I'm like, oh, because I really do like her. Um, I try
I
to
like
see,
her too, but
I try to see the good in
she needs
everyone, because
therapy
it's,
immediately.
I try to see the good in everyone, especially because it must be hard
Yeah.
being like, on a reality TV show of any sort, especially that one, in the way this season went, which we are not going to get into.
I think what someone wants to hear when they're picking fights to test the other person's love, is like I'm not going anywhere. Like again, like with the Huda thing, it's like that reassurance. It's like, yeah, I love you even when you're upset, or you don't have to test me. I'm here. I still am interested in you. I still want to pursue a connection with you. I still want to like whatever this is, and that's sick. It's so sick. It's
I,
just like, why do we do that?
I honestly, again, I'm gonna say it again. I do really, I love Huda, for, in her journey on this show. But yeah, it does seem like, golly, like, stop making it harder than it is. Like, stop making it these
Yeah.
things. Stop making these situations that don't really exist. Like, just
Mm,
the art of vibing is lost. Like, just chill and
that's so real. The art of vibing is lost. It really
bars. I
is.
got bars.
Yeah. Girl.
But honestly, another thing that I feel like she did was, whenever a new islander came on, she kind of compared herself to them, in a sense. Like, she got mad, like mean girlish and stuff like that. And
Mm,
she was like, and I think that's something that, like, again, so shameful, but something that I have to say, I did in my past, is I have, and I think we all have, like, compared ourselves to the other options, or to the ex,
mm-hmm.
and really, like, now you're just reaching. Like, when you really think about it, like, if you really take like 10 steps back, what are we doing? Like, when we do
What
that, like, have
are
you
we
ever done
doing?
that?
I've definitely done that before, and I think that is something that
Like, what are you
we
doing? That's
don't
just
say
a
out
recipe for
loud.
disaster.
Yeah, and we don't talk about. I definitely think it's a deeper battle with like self-worth. I think it's definitely rooted in insecurity,
Yeah.
and it's like this fear that you are almost like replaceable, if that makes sense.
But really,
Um,
like, self sabotage, especially that relationship, in terms of that, like, what are you going to get out of comparing yourself? Like, let's talk about an ex, just an
mhm.
ex.
Mhm.
They were literally with that person before they even knew you existed, more than likely.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to get? How is it going to benefit your
Especially because that
relationship?
person is with you now. So, girl, what is the problem? Where's
Right.
the
And
offense?
we have
Like,
all done it. And
we've
it's
all
like,
done it. And
what
if you say you have never done it, you're lying.
lies?
You're lying.
Lies. But it's like, really and truly, like, what is the point? What is the purpose?
Mm.
You were with them, now he's with you. He had no idea you existed. That ended, more than likely,
And
hopefully.
honestly, let's talk about when you do stumble upon the ex and you know that you look way more tea than them. Like
But
you're
you,
just like way
but does
better
it stop
looking than
you?
them.
But does it stop
No,
you?
but it makes me feel good. I'm just
For me too.
like,
For
it
me
makes
too.
it, I'm just like, oh,
Have you ever gotten mad at her?
yes. When she looks like
Yes.
curbside trash and I'm like,
But have
you
you ever
know?
done this? And this is probably very toxic. I have gotten mad.
Oh yeah,
That
you
it's
did ask
that
me if I've gotten mad.
I
And
have
wait,
gotten
gotten mad in what
no, I
context
have
though?
gotten mad when the girl has looked not as good as me. I've gotten mad.
What? Like,
I've
but
gotten
how?
mad
Why would you get mad at
because
that?
like what am I like? I'm not your come up. No.
Oh, okay, that
Like what
makes
are we
sense.
doing here?
That
Like
makes
that
sense.
was your standards? Like
Oh,
that's like what you were
like,
messing
oh, so
with?
you just got lucky with
Like what am I
me.
doing here?
Oh,
No.
like you kind of, you're like
Like
mad
have a
because like
status.
you're like, oh,
Have
I'm
like
out of
a
his league type
but
of
at least if
energy
you're
type
gonna
shit.
mess around or if you're gonna have an ex or if you're gonna have options, have somebody that's like of my standard. I
That makes sense.
feel so bad saying
Honestly,
that. Oh god, I feel like a horrible person, but it's true.
that
I
makes
have gotten
sense.
mad. I'm like this? No. Like no. And looks fade and things like that. And I
Not this. I'm
because
screaming.
it's like jealousy, things like
Absolutely.
that. Yeah,
And
but
don't let her be pretty. I'm like, I will always stay like
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with saying somebody else is pretty.
I
Like
am
I'm
too.
very secure in myself and I know I'm pretty. I know I'm attractive. I know I'm T. But
I'm actually okay with them being pretty.
I'm okay with them being pretty.
I'm like,
I'm
okay,
like,
so
okay.
sis, we in the same.
Right.
I'm like, hey sis, okay.
Sister.
Yeah, but I'm not okay with the opposite. Actually, I'm like, I
mm,
actually would get upset,
I think on a deeper level, it's like, you kind of do
and that's so fucked up because like
it's sick.
it's so fucked up
It's
because, and
sick.
sorry for cutting you, but like I'm so fucked up because that's so subjective.
Mm-hmm.
Like what I think is beautiful might not be what the next person does. It's so fucked up, and like,
Mm-hmm.
and I say that because he might think something else is beautiful than
Yeah.
and it's like, what the fuck? Like you actually, you know what I'm saying? Like you were with her and now you're
Mm.
with me. Like this is so it's really fucked up on so many different
Yeah.
levels. Like first of all, the act of it, and then second of all, like it's subjective beauty.
It is. It is. Well, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But I think it is not just a moment of jealousy, but it is kind of feeling like you're not enough in this weird way and kind of like bracing for
Right.
your partner to
Right.
almost realize it too. And this is assuming that the person is pretty or maybe is prettier than you, which God forbid. Oh my God. But yeah, I think just like realizing that your partner may realize it eventually
And that leads into the other thing, right? Because it's like thinking that you're not good enough, that you're not the best.
Yeah.
Right? And then that they could be possibly doing better than you. And that goes back to what you said about like self-worth and things like that.
It being
So,
rooted in insecurity. Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. And I think it's crazy because earlier you said like, oh, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing when we do that? Because it's like we're kind of like making up this scenario in our head when at the end of the day, the person is with you. The person is not with
Right,
that.
like, what are we
Your
doing?
partner is not with that. There's not with their ex anymore, and you've suddenly made their past or like potential options, if that's not an ex, you've made it about your lack and not about their journey.
But even more so, you've brought them into your relationship.
Yeah.
And that's like a done situation. Like that situation's like it's over, but not you literally opened the door and brought that into your situation. And that's nobody wants that, right? Nobody wants that. No matter how you feel about the ex, if it's on good terms, if it's on bad terms.
Literally that's the definition of self-sabotage.
For sure.
Literally.
For sure. And like I don't know. I think all those reasons are like big things that we always see, and I don't think we necessarily identify it. I think one that really, 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 really hits home for me is pulling away when things are too good. Like for me, and I know that sounds
Mm.
weird,
That
possibly.
that never happens to me. I get very like obsessive when things
Really?
are too
Not
good.
me. I'm like,
I'm like la 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 la. I'm like frolicking in the fields.
really? I love that
Yes,
for
I'm
you.
almost like
I love
yeah,
that for you.
yeah.
So I'm like not like that. I'm like, let's fuck shit up. This is too good. I'm toxic when it comes to that. Or I have been. I'm not anymore.
You
But
sick
I
mofo.
but like, and again, this is all about awareness. But I think what happens is it's, oh my God, this is so good. You're waiting for the ball to drop. You're
Like the
like,
other shoe to
you're
drop.
so
Yeah.
scared to allow yourself to feel and to like
Mhm.
to accept that love and
Mhm.
accept like this is working out. And
Yeah.
I don't like, I'm being me, they're being
Mhm.
them, and it's work, like this is good that you're like, I don't want to allow myself
Mhm.
to kind of like to kind of, I guess, feed into that and buy into it. So let me just mess it up. Like let me just,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
I think it's a big part of that. And I've never experienced that because I'm always like, oh my God, things are so good. Like they're perfect. Like,
let's
oh my
handcuff
God,
each
I'm
other at
so
the wrist.
happy. Yeah. I'm just like, do you want to get married? Like, but I think a big part of that is like, trying to be in control of
Yes,
the outcome
for
because
sure.
when things are good, you almost don't feel like you're in control of what's happening, you know? And I think we try to take control in
Right,
a way
because
of
you have to be
like,
present.
because you have to be present. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I think
yeah.
like we take control of like trying to like even blow it up ourselves. That way,
Right.
like the pain is expected and we're not caught off guard by it. And it kind of feels safer when you're not caught off guard by things.
And like you said, if you could prepare for that, you're in control.
Exactly. If you can prepare for it and even be the reason that it's happening,
Right,
you
right,
you know, it
right,
feels better than
right, for
being caught off
sure.
guard or having the other person be like, "Oh, like it's
Right,
kind of like a, you know, let me do it before you do it
right,
type of
because
thing."
I'm in control if I do it,
Exactly.
and it won't be
Exactly.
total carnage.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know?
It's like you and almost even to take it a step deeper, it's kind of like you don't trust the good because you've been taught that good things don't last. And I think that is a
That's an old school
trauma
way of thinking it.
response.
Yeah, that's like a, I'll say from the generation before ours, like it was like, don't laugh too hard because then you'll cry later. Remember it? Like there's a
Mm,
saying like that. If you laugh now, you'll cry later.
yeah,
So I definitely think that, yeah, for sure, that's like a trauma response or even generational trauma
for sure. For sure.
that comes from.
And I think a lot of the times, you know, when we feel like something is too good, we feel those butterflies. And I actually unpopular opinion, but I do not think butterflies, feeling butterflies, are a healthy thing. I don't think that's
Are you
healthy.
serious?
I don't
Really?
think that's
I
healthy.
disagree. Okay, so I felt
I feel like
butterflies.
it's nervous system dysregulation. It's not
Really?
healthy and it's not a normal
I
thing.
don't think
No.
so. I disagree totally. My first, probably like 2 years of dating my husband, I got butterflies every time I saw him. And probably longer than that, honestly.
Mm.
Like, I think I told you one time that, like, I'd be at my job and he'd be like down the street. And this is like married, have kids. And I'm like, oh my God, he's coming. Like, and I have
Oh,
butterflies.
that's so
Like, I don't think it's,
cute.
but I don't want to like discredit what you're saying. But for me, at least in that one situation, because I can't really, I'm sure I've had it before, but I can't
Hmm.
remember having it. But for him, I just remember thinking, oh my God, I have butterflies. And it's like we're deep in this thing.
There was a interview that Sierra did, and you know everybody's
Which
like waiting
Sierra?
for her to drop the prayer. Okay,
Which
like
Sierra? Sierra the
Sierra.
singer or Sierra on Love Island?
Oh, see, that's a good question.
Yeah, I
You know we
know.
love
I know. And I'm like,
we
your
love
name is
Love
technically Sierra.
Island. Sierra the singer. She did an interview, and I don't remember when this was, but it always stuck with me. And the interviewer was asking her about her relationship with Russell and how they met and how she kind of felt at first about it. And I remember her saying, like, I didn't feel butterflies when I met him. And when we kind of started exploring our connection, like, I felt calmness, I felt peace. I didn't feel like, and she was like, I think when you meet your person, and not to say that when you meet your person, it's like never butterflies, but like she was like a lot of the times, and I'm saying this totally not verbatim. This is not, don't quote me, but this
Please
was
don't.
just kind of like the aura she gave with the
Mm-hmm.
interview. But it was very much like a, hey, if you meet your person, and sometimes when you meet your person, it's not always going to be that butterfly feeling. It's sometimes it's just going to feel like peace, and it's just going to feel like stillness. And I could say that I think with my husband, I don't want to say that I didn't feel butterflies, but it was just at first it was just a like mass feeling of peace and kind of like, okay,
That's dope.
like I don't really feel,
Yeah.
I just feel like
Calm.
at home, and I feel like calm with this person,
But I
you
think I
know?
would agree with that like wholeheartedly, a
Mm-hmm.
100%. But I think that the key to that is that you have to meet, it depends on the person. Like if you're somebody that maybe is, not to say you're lacking peace,
Mm-hmm.
but somebody that's what you're looking for
Mm-hmm.
in a partner, then yeah, that's what it's going to look like for you. For me, I need the butterflies. I am peace.
I also think it
Like,
has to do with trauma too, because of like
yeah.
if you're used to being in relationships where they're toxic and that's kind of all you know, and
Yeah.
you're used
I
to
mean, she
feeling
was
like
dating Future.
right.
I'm saying, like, I don't know. He's like,
That is the
he was,
that is the
she was dating
mascot for
Future.
toxicity.
Okay,
Like that
like,
is the toxic
so
king
I
right
would
there.
want peace too.
Right,
I mean, nothing against Future. I
But
love
I kind of
Future.
thought like, oh, if you don't feel butterflies, then this is, yeah, he's not the one for you, or
No,
he's not
yeah,
that,
for
but like
sure.
it was just a perspective shift for
It's
me when
beautiful.
she
Yeah.
said that, because I was like, wow, I don't always need to feel butterflies to kind of have that be the
Right.
validation piece of the relationship, if that makes sense,
It's just like everybody's different. Like to each his
Yeah,
own.
to each his
Like
own.
what looks like home to you is not gonna look like
Mm-hmm.
home to me.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I like like I want to feel excitement. I want to feel fires like lit inside of me.
Yeah.
But if my life went differently, or if I experienced different love or
Mm-hmm.
different, I had different experiences,
Yeah.
then maybe I'd be looking for a home feeling.
And I think
And
for me, yeah, I was always in relationships that were like very toxic and
yeah.
very like, chaotic, and
Mhm.
um it just felt, the chaos felt comfortable
Right.
for me. And so, you know,
Right. Because being loved without chaos feels unfamiliar for some people. Like if that's what you're used to all the
yeah,
time,
for
then like
sure.
then when it's like all calm and healthy,
And healthy,
healthy,
right? I'm like,
right,
oh
you're
my
like,
God, I'm actually
and it's
in
so
a
funny.
healthy
You see that every
situation.
time. You see that
Mm-hmm.
all the time. It's like the grass isn't greener on the other side. Like you
Yep.
want healthiness, and then it's like something inside of you is like, wait, this is not healthy. At least not what you taught me
Mm-hmm.
is love. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it'll feel unfamiliar. It feels unsafe, especially when you're used to being with people that give you the opposite or perhaps make you feel small. Like that's a real thing.
Yeah. No, for sure. For sure. I think so too. And just kind of going back to even my situation, like just being in and out of toxic situations, and then finally, being in something that felt peaceful, it definitely was a shift for me. And I was like, okay, this is actually,
It's nice.
this is nice. This is normal.
I could get used to this.
And it's so crazy how something that you've experienced over and over and over again, you can start to like, it can really start to mess with you, and you can really start to eventually feel like, wow, this is normal. This is the way relationships should be, when it's the complete opposite. Like, that's not healthy. Girl,
Right.
this is toxic. This is not how relationships should actually be. This is not how you should be loved. So,
And
yeah.
kudos to you for like kind of like figuring that out and having that awareness.
Oh, yeah, for
Because
sure.
like I'm sure, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not taking anything away from anyone, but it's oftentimes we're not, given direction in that. It's not like, oh yeah, this is like healthy and this is not healthy. It's like something that you kind of have to figure out through experience. So like kudos to you for figuring out like, hey, this feels right. So maybe we should keep on going.
I also don't think I've seen that growing up. I don't think
Yeah.
I didn't have like an example of like what's healthy and what's not healthy. I think like maybe the closest thing that came to that was like my grandparents, but
I was gonna say that. I
you
was like,
know,
what?
they even like I don't know, like old school
They
like
don't necessarily like advertise it.
yeah,
They're
and I
not like
think like
teaching this is
yeah,
what's
yeah,
normal.
and I think like kind of like old school relationships, like your grandparents or your great grandparents, like a lot of those people, and I'm not saying my grandparents, but I'm just saying in general, like a lot of those people just stay together to stay together. You know what I mean? They stay together for the kids or they stay
Right.
together just because
At least
like,
that's what it
you
seems
know,
like,
that was
especially when we're
comfortable for
older.
them, you
Yeah.
know? So, I don't know that I had like the example where it was like, oh my God, like we're in love, we're butterflies, you know, like, and that's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay for me. You know, it just means that I had to learn on my own. But girl, let's get into Huda and Chris.
Let's get into them seriously.
Because
Okay, so before we start, do you think Chris really likes Huda?
I think that he does. I think he does. And I will say this. He does because he's still around. And
We haven't seen tonight.
and I think that
Right. What about Huda?
I think she genuinely likes him, but she's not letting herself trust it, if
I could
that
see
makes
that.
sense. And she's
But
the
in which way?
perfect because I think she's the perfect example of this whole entire topic that we're talking about. I
I
feel like
agree.
she
I agree.
is like poster child for self-sabotage. You have something good and you keep messing it up
Yeah.
in these different ways. You're constantly questioning his intentions, even when he's reassured her multiple times. I feel like he's done nothing but reassure her. He's done
He's been
nothing
really
but
good and very
he's
patient.
very emotionally mature,
Yeah.
and she does
I
not
mean, it's the
know.
last episode. Did you see the last
She doesn't know what
Did you
kind of
see the
gem of
last
a man
episode?
she
Did
has.
you see the last episode? I felt like I was like,
Yes.
he needs a moment.
But honestly,
It's trying. It's
rightfully
trying.
so. I mean, like, she's aggravating as hell.
Did you see? I'm so sorry. Did you see the way he was sitting on that couch?
Oh, during the recoupling? And when she was like, do you remember she was like, hey, and he was like, look, this is literally what he did. He was like, I said, oh, he's not happy.
I was like,
he is not happy.
But she clocked it. Anyway, she was like, okay.
Yeah, I was like, girl, yeah, just go ahead and give that man his moment. Just be quiet. Leave him alone.
But
Hey,
I want to say, I do think that I think she did use all of her passes with him. I think that are like him kind of, what did he say, checking out in the last time?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I checked
Mm-hmm.
out like 2 episodes ago. Like,
Yeah.
and I want them to work. Do you know what I mean? Like, I definitely want Chris and Huda to make it.
But she doesn't know how to receive ease. Like, that's her problem. Like, and I feel like I see myself in Huda a lot of the time
I think
because
everyone can.
yeah,
A little
I think
bit.
everyone can a little bit because she is used to, you can see it. She's used to chaos. She's used to toxic, like,
Yeah,
I mean, I
gotta
honestly,
say, I
I
agree.
don't know Huda, but like the way that she moves, it's giving like, oh,
Survival.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's giving, I'm moving out of survival.
Yeah.
I've dealt with toxic relationship after toxic relationship. I don't know what it feels like to be in something that's like normal and easy and actually nice. You know,
And
he hasn't done anything wrong, in my opinion.
I agree. No, I agree with that as well. And I think that, like, so happy for her that she is experiencing somebody who's more patient, more aware of their emotions, and more aware of like he is emotionally mature, even though it was hard to watch last episode.
Yeah, the last episode was like,
it was a little hard. I was like, oh my God. But
I feel him though, because like we're not about to keep having the same conversation over and over again.
I know.
Girl, you're not about to keep repeating yourself to me about how you don't want to kiss me in public, but you want to hunch in a bed next to everybody. It don't make no sense.
But I will say this. This has been going on since Jeremiah.
What exactly? Like her self-sabotaging?
Yes.
Yeah. For
and
sure.
I literally was like, girl, like you I'm not saying Jeremiah was the best. I'm not I do think Chris is a better connection for her. Cause I understand, like I saw a lot online too, like, and we talked about it as well. Like they're both toxic for each other. But Jeremiah
was also the problem.
I understand your feeling, but I feel like Huda was
yeah, like if we're comparing, no, for sure, I agree with that.
Did not react as well as he didn't react as well as Chris, but there was a lot of things that wasn't there that Huda was like
that she kind of made up in her head,
like in thin air,
and
I was like, what is happening?
And I feel like the minute she feels vulnerable, she crashes out. And she flips it. She tries to like flip it on the other person. And I feel like we've seen that with Jeremiah, and we've also seen that with
the
Chris.
Girls.
And the girls. And the girls. And the girls.
Do you remember when they were talking and she was there? And I was like, I'm like, okay, I think that Ian was like
Ian. Oh my gosh. Please never get rid of him.
I know. I think he was like,
please never get rid of him. I love him.
Social distancing. I was like, she is. I think. I mean, that could have been going on in my head.
Oh, when she was sitting there by herself,
just like looking like Chris in last episode. I was like, girl, go to bed.
Right.
I was like, go to the dock. Like, take a walk. Like, what are we doing?
And that's the thing. I'm like, honestly, if I was on that show, I'd be like, I'm tired of y'all. I'm going to lay down.
But that's why we couldn't be on the show. Because I'm like, why don't y'all be in bed?
Why don't y'all be in bed?
Why does nobody go into the pool? I think I seen Ace and Shelly one time go in the pool. But I've never seen them in the pool. I'm like, why don't y'all go in the pool?
Never in the pool. Never in the pool.
Yeah, we couldn't be on
Never in the pool. But I think, like, just to kind of bring it back, she's always in self-protection mode. And I understand that, but girl, you are single-handedly ruining a really good thing with Chris. I wouldn't say with Jeremiah.
No, Jeremiah, I understand.
But with Chris, you're ruining a good thing.
She needs that level of maturity.
Yes.
Because she's a little, she's a little far gone with that.
Yeah.
Because even with Chris, I'm like, where's the problem? Like we're just kind of making things up. Like sometimes we could just vibe. The art of vibing.
Bring it back.
Right.
Bring it back.
And with her, I think that it's gonna take some deep like exploration and deep healing.
Yeah.
Because she came in with a lot, and I that's why I'm saying I could never be mad at Huda. Like she came in as a mamacita.
Mommy.
She put herself out there. She's tries to be, for what it's worth. I see that in my little opinion. I think her intention is to be a girl's girl. I don't want to get into details of anything with that.
Oh, yeah? Girl, we will spend an extra hour and a half here talking about how she is not a girl's girl, and I'm tired of that. So? No.
Okay, well, I think she likes to. Her intention is.
I think in her mind, she thinks she's a girl's girl, and I think like you said, I think her intention is there.
Yes,
but is it translating? No,
it's not translating. Honestly, though, none of them are translating into girls. Say, who are you gonna say, Shelly? Who are you gonna say, Shelly?
I think Shelly is selective with who she wants to be a girl's girl with. And by selective, I mean Olandria. And that's it. I think that she's not... And same for Olandria. I think Olandria is a girl's girl when it comes to Shelly.
Then you
Like,
cannot say you're a girl's girl if you're gonna like, in my opinion.
who's a girl's girl? Amaya. I think she's a girl's
Amaya's
girl.
a girl's
Yeah,
girl.
she's a girl's
Amaya,
girl.
100%.
She's a girl's girl.
She's like, even when she goes through all her stuff and she's like, okay, I'm into him.
Yeah,
Like, she's
yeah.
pulling people for chats.
No, I agree.
She's a girl's girl.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. But like back to the self-sabotage, like where do you think that comes from?
Again, I think it's deep healing that she needs to.
But not just about Huda, just like in general.
In general, deep healing for sure. And in general, I would say it's deep healing. It's self-worth. I think it's trust. And when I say trust, I mean trusting yourself. There is a lot of truths that you have to be able to come to terms with, and grace that you have to have with yourself. I think that happens because you are trying to protect yourself. You're in survival mode because you lose trust with yourself.
Self-preservation.
Because you're out of control. Because you don't have grace with yourself. When you make mistakes and put yourself out there and things happen that you didn't anticipate, I think that it's worth, your self-worth, like all of that thing. Like, and that's just like me kind of, just as a general thing, assuming, because, and then have trust with yourself that you can put yourself out there, that the decision you're making is worth it, and you'll be able to get back up. Yeah. And that you'll be able to, to get past it. So for me, that's what I would say in regards to it, where it's coming from. And that also applies to Huda.
All of this
to everyone
applies to Huda and to everyone. I also think it has to do with like childhood validation patterns, right? Like I think when we are children, like think back to the dynamic with your parents. It's like you do something and you're kind of looking for that validation, right? And so that's kind of teaching you like love must be earned.
Yes.
And like, it's like, okay, I did something, like, okay, mom, dad, like, pay attention to me. Like, I did something good. Like, now it's kind of like very like performative almost, if you will.
Sure.
I think too, like even going back to what I was saying with like past relationships is like, just dealing with those types of situations that have been full of kind of like betrayal and inconsistency. I think that can be a reason for self-sabotage, because you're just like so conditioned to think that a specific type of dynamic in a relationship is normal when it's clearly not. I also think social media is a thing, but kind of like, not so much. I feel like for me, it's like
it's not
on the top of my list as like the main reason, but like it could be.
But I mean, it definitely affects everything in life. So
and like the constant comparison. Yeah.
And then also like just kind of internalizing like, like, am I too much? Am I not enough?
Yeah.
Like that battle right there. It's like, I know I battle with that, or I have, like in the past, like, am I too much? Am I not enough? And it's not a fun place to be in.
It's not.
It's not at all.
It's not.
It's rough. So, I guess if you believe also deep down that you're unlovable or too much, pushing someone away before they
can like realize it,
get the realization that you are, and kind of like pull your bluff, even though none of that, all of that's in our head.
Yeah, I think that's so real, because when you push someone away before they get the chance to leave or even realize it, it kind of confirms the story that you've been telling yourself all along. And I don't know why there's something so satisfying, and this is also very toxic and sick, but there's something so satisfying about telling yourself like, okay, see?
Right. Like, that's weird, right?
See, I was right about that. See, like,
what is that about?
This person wasn't going to stay,
Right.
or, I wasn't enough for them, or, this played out exactly how
Right.
I thought it would,
Right.
and it's so deeply rooted in insecurity. And yeah, it's definitely something that you have to just be honest with yourself about.
I think that like that whole right thing too, it's like I think we also tend to tell ourselves at times that we're like hard to love. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm complicated.
We can't believe the lie.
Right. Or
We
like I'm
can't believe the
difficult or
lie.
anything like
Mm-hmm.
that. So even peace feels like a setup, because it's like,
Ooh, that's
yeah,
good.
bars.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, peace does sometimes feel like a setup. And instead
Yeah.
of being honest about that fear, we push people away and we sabotage it so we can, like I said, so we can kind of like have that self-proclamation and see like, okay,
Right.
see, like, yeah, like I knew I was right about that all along. Like I knew
Right.
it
I
wouldn't
knew it wasn't
last.
gonna
I
last.
knew, yeah,
And
like,
that's a deeper conversation for us to
mm-hmm,
have about like ego and like
mm-hmm.
all the everything that we have within ourselves to kind of deal with, because that's a battle within.
Sorry. Yeah,
Um
definitely. For
so
sure.
what's the redemption? How do we start like
You
how
know,
do
we
we
always
stop the
have to end.
sabotaging?
We
Yeah.
always have to
We
end
have
with
to,
we always end with
yes.
a redemption
Yeah, for
arc.
sure, because we have to end with a happy ending.
Yeah, absolutely. How do we get through this? I
Yes.
think a big thing is like noticing your patterns, and again, like I said, being honest with yourself. Like, do you bolt when things get close, or like when you're in too much of a space of vulnerability, when you
Right.
feel like Huda, like when you feel like
She
you're kind of
literally
in it,
gets
like
up and walks.
she literally, like when you feel
Like when
like
she
you're in a
walked away, I
space
was like,
of exposure, do
yeah.
you notice yourself constantly running from things? Like, are you a person that is able to communicate your fears even when things are awkward? I think that's really important.
Right. That
you know
awareness is key. Like
exactly.
I want to say like awareness for everything is key, but also like just kind of identifying the patterns, right? It's
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say that, like identifying, like actually
yeah,
like identifying what they are, putting a
right. That
name to them.
communication
Yeah.
is key, right? Because when you and I think Chris in this situation does such a good job with his awareness and communicating. And that's why everyone's like, he's so good. He's so
He's
genuine.
so
He
good.
is. I mean, give him his
Even me, I'm
flowers.
like, what's wrong with him?
My
Like,
my
even
husband
me,
was
I'm like, and maybe I need to do a little bit of inner work, because even me as a
right.
viewer, I'm just like, oh my God, you're so good at
Good.
communicating. You're
Right.
so
Right.
emotionally intelligent. Like,
For
there has to be
sure.
something wrong with you.
For sure.
I'm waiting for there to be something wrong with you. And there just hasn't been
For
so far. And I
sure.
think people like that can just simply exist. People who are
Yeah,
just,
he's a good like I'm really happy that he's on this show just because of everything we've seen on this show.
mm-hmm.
It's just like
And I
wow.
honestly, she's aggravated me, most of the time that she's been on the show, but I do love this for her. I do love this for her. And I think you
And that's
had
good
mentioned it
TV.
earlier. It's good
I,
TV. We love good TV, but I think you mentioned it earlier that she needs somebody who is like
mature.
this, who
For
is
sure.
mature,
For
who can
sure.
kind of like calm her down and kind of talk her off of a ledge, but also that
And
can be really exhausting on the other side of it.
for sure. And I think that's what Chris does for her. It's like whenever there's discomfort, whenever there's a friction,
Mm-hmm.
he reminds her that like this is normal. It's not a danger.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
and I think that's what we need.
Discomfort isn't always
It's
danger.
not, it's
Mm-hmm.
growth.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you feel friction, it's growth.
Yeah.
And it's like every time that they have friction, he's like, chill. Like, we're
Yeah.
gonna work
Like,
through it.
relax.
We
I
just had
still like you.
right.
I still, mm-hmm.
And even the other islanders, I don't know if you've clocked that. Like they're like, so everything's bad, everything. And he's like, we just got into a disagreement. I still like her. He
Yeah.
always says that.
He does,
And I was like,
actually.
that's so
True.
cool.
He does. Even
Because
like,
even them, he's teaching.
yeah.
It's not just Huda. It's
That's so
them because they're
good.
like, and everything. In all fairness, everything happens so fast in this show, and that's
So
why we
fast.
watch.
One day
But
is like 1 week in the villa.
and they be crying. They be like, this person left.
One
And
day
I'm
is
like,
1 week in the villa.
right. It's a lot. And again, thank you. We appreciate you guys for going on this journey because it's entertaining for us, right? We have something to
I'm
talk
not
about and
complaining.
something to learn.
Hey,
But I definitely like for me, like I think those conversations he has with Brian, with Ace, with Taylor, with with all of them.
That's true. It is kind of like
He's like, we're going through
teaching
something.
them. Yeah.
And he's like, I still like her. We're just going through something.
Yeah. He's even reassuring her when he's not in front of her. And
for sure.
And yeah.
For sure.
And I think that you have to let yourself be loved without feeling like you need to earn it through the means of chaos. Because chaos is not, it's not normal, y'all. It's not
if
normal.
you're into chaos, then let that be let that be what you're going for. Like, it's just like the butterflies versus, I'm not saying butterflies are chaos, but it's the butterflies versus the peace. But it's not, I don't think we want security. We want to heal. We want a partner that helps us heal and we help them heal. It's like, it's balance. And too much butterflies, too much peace. You need balance. You know what I mean?
You need balance. And I think if you're dating someone secure, it's gonna feel boring. And I think that's what I was trying to say. It's just like, oh, I'm not getting butterflies, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's your nervous system healing, and kind of shying away from the chaos and kind of rebalancing, if you will. And if you're a Huda,
yes,
girl, let Chris love you.
Please.
Without testing him like a damn pop quiz.
Just
okay,
chill.
just leave that man alone.
Just vibe.
Yes, the art of vibing has been lost.
And seriously, Huda, if you're listening, we just want you to chill. Like, just be present,
relax.
Yes, just enjoy it, because it's like, and
she's in her head all the time, and I understand that.
This is just for Huda, like a little side note. It's like, it's been exhausting. It was the whole thing about, but it's been
I'm exhausted watching
girl.
it. I can't imagine how Chris feels.
Seriously, but honestly, we've been by your side the whole time, rooting for you. But it's like, I'm a mom, and that was the thing. I'm a mom. It's like, that was a hurdle that you had to jump over.
Yeah.
It was a roadblock that you put in front of you. I'm a mom. And trust me, as a mom, I understand. I'm maybe not a single mom, but I understand what that means, or could imagine what that is. And kudos to you for going out there and doing that. But that was a hurdle, I feel like, for you. And then after that, Casa Amor, Chris knew about that. And now it's like, what are we doing?
And even reassured her then and was like, hey, I know you're a mom, and I just want to let you know, and I just want to reassure you that that doesn't bother me.
Okay, so now
what a man. Like, so I am just like, every time that man is on my screen, I'm just like, wow, I am impressed.
Until even in true Huda fashion, she was like, all right, you good with that? Let me throw some other shit at you. Like, I honest to God was like, Huda, there is no problem.
I'm like, girl, if you fumble that man, I cannot.
Not only that,
I can't defend you anymore. I can't.
Not only that, and this is my true feelings. It is like the end of Love Island. All of the Islanders know that it's like a week left. You hear Pepe saying it. You hear like all of them saying it.
Pepito.
You hear them all saying it. Kiss that man in public.
And it's just like, oh, can we come
Where are you going? If y'all going, you're going together.
Exactly. And it's just like, oh, can we come to a compromise? Girl, what compromise? Kiss that man in public.
And we see the sheets moving.
I literally was like watching, and I was like, girl, kiss that man. Like, what's the problem? I don't see the issue.
To each his own. I don't want to force you to do anything you don't want to do, but it's just end of the week. Like, the rationale just doesn't matter.
It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't.
Jeremiah's gone. You literally are at the end. And here's this man that's like he's there for you, and all he wants is a kiss in public. But you gonna do everything that you do in that stupid challenge?
Yeah.
Like in the challenge, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Go to the
that
photo booth.
exactly.
Well, that would be against what he's saying, I think. But anyways,
I understand like her rationale behind trying to do things
if it was
differently.
week 5.
But it's like, girl,
It's
at this
like,
point,
literally, we got 3
literally,
days.
we have
Do we have 3 days?
we have a couple days and
Like,
the
come
season's over,
on.
you know? So,
I agree.
but I also, you know, I think that when they're in the villa, they need to consider also how things are going to look outside, you know? So I don't know if that was maybe on her mind and she kind of wanted to take things slow, but it's just like, girl.
But if you're going to open the bottle of wine, drink it.
That's true. That's true.
I
mean, I'm not mad at that.
She already did a lot on national TV.
She did.
So now it's like, and that's what he was asking. He was like, what is it? And she's like, it's the Islanders.
No, he's definitely he is well within his rights to feel how he feels. But I do want to say that like self-sabotage it's not you being difficult, if I could like say anything to our listeners, you know, it's you protecting a version of yourself that doesn't exist anymore. And I think there needs to be like this kind of realization in this middle ground where you're like honest with yourself about that.
For sure.
And you let yourself transition into this new person that's okay with being loved in a proper and healthy way.
Right. And if hearing us out or listening to us like this, anything hit, or you've realized or come to terms with like, yeah, I've done that before, this is just a call for awareness. It's just a call for awareness and like
take inventory.
That's it. Like that's where you start, because we've all done it. It's not like, oh, you did it and you're like we've all done it. We just have to kind of become aware of it and outgrow it.
And it comes in so many different ways, so you could be listening to this and you could be like, oh my gosh, I've done that before, but I didn't connect that and I didn't know that it was a form of self-sabotage. For sure, you could, because like there's so many different things that could fall under that umbrella. And if you're dating and you are in a similar situation like Huda, I mean, you're not in the villa, but like, just also dating somebody who is a little bit more sound and emotionally secure and healthier than you, the right person isn't going to run away from your from your insecurities, but they also can't fix it for you. And that's where you need to dig deep and you need to do the work. Yeah, that's the hard truth.
And listen, it's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's the part that sucks, but it's the same for all of us. In everything, it's not going to go anywhere. This is the experience. This is what it's about. So like, the harder it is, the closer you are to a breakthrough. And I think I definitely hope for her that she's goes back home and watches this and is like, yeah. But she knows. That's the other thing. She knows when she's in those confessionals. She's like, am I fucking this up?
I think she has a very sound level of awareness, but I just think that she doesn't have like a hold on what it is that's actually happening.
For sure.
And in real time. Because if you notice, it's always after the fact that she goes into the confessionals and she's just like, oh, am I messing this up? Like, am I the problem?
Did do it with
Jeremiah?
No, she did it with Shelly and Alondria.
Oh, yeah. She did.
And I'm looking at Alondria dead in the face. Like, tell her she is.
But I think that's different though, because that's like a friend dynamic, so.
But she knows it's on her spirit.
I think she knows, but it is, but just generally speaking, it is very different when it's like a friend dynamic and then it's like a romantic relationship, because I think in those, we often feel like we're not enough and we have to like perform, and then we get into like this nasty cycle of like self-sabotage. But I think Like, have you ever felt self-sabotaged in a relationship, or have you been on the receiving end before?
Yeah, I've self-sabotaged a lot.
Yeah.
In the past, yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I think everything we've discussed,
Mm-hmm.
for sure, I'm
You've
guilty of.
experienced,
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe
Mm-hmm.
like maybe one or two things I haven't, but I will say that, and again, thank you, Huda. Because
Mm.
in just watching this series, I'm like, oh wow. Like I've acknowledged and recognized a
Yeah.
lot of things, and it's like, sorry, it's like, what do you, no, girl, like just chill. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
times where they're going back and forth, and I'm like, don't say nothing. I'm like, we don't have to have a comeback. I'm like, the
Yeah.
comeback is literally like weightless. Like, why are you talking? Like, he just wants to be heard.
Yeah.
Do you
Literally,
remember
that's all that
that
man wants.
conversation? I cringed when she kept on cutting him off, and I was like, just let him talk. I'm like,
Yeah.
if you don't let him talk, that doesn't control what he's gonna say or how he's feeling.
Yeah, I think a lot of the times as women we feel like we need to be heard, we need to be seen, we need to be,
Okay,
and
sorry. He's eating this thing again. Is he gonna like die? Okay.
oh, he's eating the apple. That doesn't look like an
Look,
apple.
this apple needs to go in the trash. You want me to sew it?
Wait, what?
I
You
don't
got
know
a
if
needle in your purse?
He's creative. You're creative? Okay, so go ahead. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I think that a lot of the times I feel like in those situations as women, we're always like, oh yeah, we need to be the ones
Yes.
that are heard. We need to be the ones that are seen. But
Correct.
also like men need that too, when in conversation.
For sure.
And I think that is where sometimes it does feel like a double standard,
I definitely think so too. I think that as women, we're more talkative
yeah.
than men. But a lot of the problems that we have, I mean, I'm just speaking from being in a
Are men?
long-term relationship. Yeah, it's like we need to let them be heard, acknowledged.
Yeah.
And we're always the
and
ones
and
that are
seen.
like, you're not listening.
Yeah.
But are we listening?
But are we listening?
No.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's
And
good.
that is a topic for another podcast.
Episode.
Yes.
Another podcast. And, I will say this, like, remember that it's not always them. Sometimes it literally is us.
Right. I feel like that for her especially, like that is going to, when she comes out of this, my hope is that she sees this and she is able to identify and face head on those issues with her.
Yeah.
And whatever she sees and can recognize and like be aware of, that she can, because I think we're both on the same page. I'm not sure this is her forever at all.
I'm not sure it is either.
Yeah, and if it
is, I love it for her.
Yeah, great. But I definitely hope she sees this and she moves differently, and maybe is the new, like, is Chris in the next relationship?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where she sees what he did and she uses that to inspire her to live her life like that. Because golly, we saw a different Huda when he was,
and not only sees what he did, but like sees where she could have like improved,
right, for sure.
and where she could have like gone about things differently. Right. So I would just say, if you've ever felt like you've self-sabotaged or you've been on the receiving end of that, it's normal, I think, to be responsive in that way.
Right.
But I think you have to like go back to, what is the reason? Like, why?
For sure.
Why are you moving in that way?
Right.
I think that's where you can really make major changes. So until next time.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
And vote. Isn't there a vote?
Vote.